Okay, we're rolling.
All
right, so I actually don't even know where to begin this. So if you're
Sorry.
say hello.
Oh, hi. Hi, everyone.
Okay, if you're watching this, this is gonna be number 12, I think. Because 11 will have been something we filmed that's private with Akhil. So this is like our open version of it to show who this guy is to the public. So all our friends who don't see the private one can still see what a funny dude this guy is. So before we do anything, if you can introduce yourself, like how nervous are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
We're doing okay. We're not the best in front of the camera, but we'll make it work.
The camera's there, right?
Oh, the camera's there.
Camera's there.
I was looking at the computer.
Yeah, you can. That's close enough.
Okay.
So basically, like when we first started doing this, whatever YouTube podcast stuff, she was just as
I was pretty bad.
nervous. But like, how far have you come since then?
I mean, it's just
I basically
still don't
forced
love
you, though.
it. Yeah, I'm kind of
forced you to do
I don't really
this.
have an option.
You enjoy it though now.
Yeah,
so you have fun.
Yeah.
So I feel like the same thing's gonna happen to him. Like the more he gets comfortable and like relaxes with us, then it's just gonna be like super dope to have these conversations.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Okay. So do you know the premise of why we're doing the whole show?
Oh, like save the videos for like the kids for the future to like document everything.
Yeah.
Because our family said, I don't know.
You guys
where
have no
our
videos.
are.
Yeah, we don't.
Some uncle has your videos and we're never gonna get to them.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't even know.
We've been talking about getting them for like 10 years and they're never coming.
Yeah, so we have. I don't even think we've ever seen any family videos.
No, I haven't seen
that's actually messed up.
Just like random like videos on like your
clips and stuff.
phone
Yeah.
and stuff. Like when it's like, oh, throwback this time last year. There's like a video.
No, that's crazy. So yeah, that's exactly the point. But also, oh wait, hold on.
What?
Roll the intro.
No.
Roll the intro.
Have you ever seen my intro?
No, I haven't seen your intro.
Bum 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 bum. It's the new generation's Kim Possible.
Oh.
Yeah, remember?
What's the sitch?
Yeah.
There you
that
go.
one.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is gonna be absolutely hilarious.
Oh my god.
Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable.
Yeah.
That show was
the
so
naked
good.
mole
What's
rat.
Stitch Wade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Your hair's a little wild.
My hair's a little wild? That's okay, my hair's always wild. The focus isn't on me. The focus is on this young man right here. Okay?
My hair's not wild.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Hold on, show everyone.
Oh yeah, wait, our hair not wild.
That's in case you don't know the joke. That was the punchline. Okay, but so for this one, you probably haven't seen any of the videos that I'm assuming on YouTube
not yet.
Okay, so you haven't seen anything, which is fine. But
It's
there's actually a big deal right
Sorry.
now. So there's a big.
I'm busy.
Hold on. This is our first guest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
He's the
Bro,
first.
ring that shit again.
Yeah.
Hit that again.
Akhil is the first official guest. We talked about bringing people onto the show. He's number one,
Yeah, you are the
which
first
actually like a
guest.
big deal. So like when
Yeah.
people watch this back, you would be the first
Oh yeah.
thing they see.
Yeah.
Can be like featuring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then like we said, like in the home videos future, like when we have our family, they'll go, oh, that's Akhil Mamu. or something.
Dude, that sounds so
My-
weird.
Yeah, you'll be a
My
yeah,
mom?
you're Mamu because your younger brother.
Oh yeah.
Just for context, that means
Yeah.
uncle for those who don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
also-
like Akhil uncle or
Yeah. Whatever
you know?
whatever they're gonna call you, that's gonna be that. But okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot here,
Oh okay.
and I won't do this too often. But like, if you could explain who you are to everyone, like how would you do it?
Yeah, introduce yourself. Give like
Yeah.
a little
You could say anything you want.
anything.
Like a blurb.
Anything.
A little
There's
blurb.
no rules. It's whatever.
Well, hello. My name is Akhil. I'm her little brother. Born and raised in Edmonton, Alberta. Played tennis my whole life. Did that whole like thing. And then I left home when I was very young, 17. We went to Buffalo, played D1 tennis over there for 4 years. Died a little bit, but it's okay. We made it. Then decided to go to med school on a random Caribbean island. Died a little bit there too. And then
But made it out of that too.
made it.
Yeah.
Made it.
And then lived in New York City for 2 years. that a little bit there too. And then now somehow we're a doctor and we're gonna start residency in 2 months.
That's actually really good.
Wow.
That was like way better than I thought.
Right?
Yeah,
hey,
you killed that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We should do our fist pounds.
Oh, nice.
Good job.
It's like a new thing we started doing, I think, recently. Anyways, this is Akhil. This is like it's my brother. This is like my brother. I will say our brother. Well, he is our brother. Yeah. It just sounds weird because like you're my wife, so it sounds weird to say that. But yeah, this is our brother. Yeah. So he's on his first ever YouTube. He's gonna make 100+ of these, obviously, as we go throughout.
We need to get as many as we can before you move.
Before
back
you go
to
back,
New York.
obviously, we're gonna get a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'd be sick if we went to New York.
Ooh.
Yeah, do it in New York. My apartment there.
Yeah, a little like apartment vlog, New York vlog trip or something.
That should be sick.
Yeah.
With all the food.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but going back to like today's what we're gonna talk about on this one, because we just recently talked about like sports, our idols.
Yep.
Like how travel impacted us, like how sports impacted us, how much we learned from that. Mm-hmm. So we figured who better to talk to this stuff about than a D1 athlete. Because I didn't play D1. I envisioned trying to do that one day. Never made it there. You never played D1.
Nope.
Playing D1 is a very hard thing.
Yes.
Regardless of the sport or country, anything, that's hard. Do you feel nice that we gassed you a little?
A little. Oh, you can keep going. You don't have to stop. You good. I was just listening.
He's like, okay, this is kind of nice.
So come on more often.
So let's start this. Let's start with like you don't have to go. You can go as crazy as you want or as light as you want. Just like the journey of like you playing, because you play tennis. Obviously, mm-hmm. For those who don't know, you played Division I tennis at Buffalo. Why don't you give us some like backstory on like maybe like when you started playing tennis, and then like the whole like high school U of A thing, and then how you actually got from U of A to there.
Well, me and Ambika both started when we were like really young, like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
Our dad would like take us out to the tennis courts and like he would play and we would watch him and like run after and pick up balls to him.
That's actually so sick.
And then dad would take me and Ambika out to the courts and he'd always get mad at us and because we always like hit the ball into the sky and he'd be like, you're feeding the ball to the gods. He'd be like, you're feeding the ball to the gods. Stop feeding the ball to the gods.
So back then there was like no ball machine or anything. Yeah. Did you remember? So he had a little basket. Yeah. It was like a basket of balls. And you could probably fit like maybe like 30 balls in there or something.
Yeah.
And it had like these long handles. So you could like prop it on a stand and it would be like a stand. And then there'd be like the balls you could pick up from. Okay. And then you could turn it into a thing that you just go around and pick up balls from.
I've seen that.
So every like night or every other night, we'd have that stupid basket.
And he would go and feed balls to us.
Yeah.
And we were like 7 or 8 years old. So we didn't know what the heck we were doing.
Yeah.
So we'd hit the balls and they go in the sky. And he'd be like, the gods aren't hungry. Stop feeding the ball.
Over the fence into the pond at the dairy.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So we're the 18th hole and the 9th hole is now. That used to be a big pond. Yeah. So they'd all go into the water.
So that's how we started.
No, we didn't know what we were doing.
Oh, you just didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how we started. And then we used to play tennis and all that stuff. And like, we were pretty good. Like, we were good, but like in tournaments we would do like okay, like not great.
Yeah.
And then I used to be this little short, fat, round guy with Harry Potter glasses. So I would like roll around on the court. So that used to be me. And this was like when I was like 12 years old. And I remember like one of our coaches, he like went up to my dad and he was like, he can be good, but he needs to lose weight. Like every day after school, I don't care what he's doing, he's coming to the gym and working out with me. I'm like, okay. So I was like miserable. Yeah. So every day after school, I went, not even played tennis. I went just to the gym.
Like hill sprints all the time.
It would like just put me on the treadmill on the bike. And like as a 12-year-old kid.
You also hadn't hit puberty yet. So you were still like, I feel like when the guys hit like that growth spurt, he still was in his little.
So then that happened. But then once I started doing that, like my first tournament, like my first nationals, I remember I finished like top 7 at nationals, which was like unheard of.
And when was this? Like what age?
Under 14.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then I had like newspaper article on me and
really
stuff in the Edmonton Journal, and I was like, oh, I'm like, this kind of works. I'm like, okay. I'm like, we'll keep doing this. I'm like, oh, this gym thing is not.
He's like, okay, all right.
So then I kept going, and then obviously like when you're like 16, 17, like grade 11, grade 12, like with the results that I was able to get, like all the college coaches were like interested, and then made like my tennis recruiting profile, made my video, reached out to a whole bunch of coaches, and then
it's a whole process.
Yeah, it was gigantic. Like my email is still Mehta Tennis because I made that email when I was being recruited.
That's wild.
And I was like, I want to show that I'm serious about tennis. So I added tennis in my email. And now it's still my email.
Infamous metatennis@gmail.com.
Sounds good.
Okay, so why Buffalo? How many places did you like? Where did you want to go? Was there a school that you're like, yo, I would love to go?
Ideally, so I wanted to go to Brown University. Yeah. So when I first started my recruiting, the Brown coach was like very interested in me.
Oh.
And obviously mom and dad were like, oh, Ivy League school. Like, yes. Oh, all that stuff. So we were like, okay, cool. So I started in the Brown coach and he flew out to Florida. He came, watched me play, all that stuff.
Dang.
And he was very interested. And basically he was like, yeah, like I want you on my team. Like you're going to be on our team, all that stuff. So I remember signing week came and this guy was just ghosting.
Yeah, you were so excited.
I'm like, hello. I'm like, am I signing? Am I not signing? Like, what's going on? And I took the SAT 3 times for this dude. Because first he was like, I think I got like an 1850 first time. That's when I was like out of 2400.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, if you improve your score a little bit, like we'll accept you. Okay, I got like a 1980. I'm like, good, I'm set. He's like, oh, if you improve it a little bit, we'll take you. I got like a 2100. And he's like, okay. He's like, I don't know what else to say. And then signing week came. And he literally was just straight up ghosting me. Like, was not picking up my phone calls, was not replying to my emails, nothing.
He was so stressed.
And I'm like, okay, I have like other offers. I'm like, if you're not taking me, I'm signing somewhere else.
Yeah.
So then after like a week and a half, he was like, yeah, like we found someone else, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I was like, all right, like you could have told me this from the jump. Yeah. But then Buffalo came, they contacted me, and it's like really close to Canada, and like the coaches there were super nice. Hi, Lee. Hi, Nils. Hi, Vader. Everyone. So they were all like super nice and everything. I remember my recruiting trip was so much fun. Like the guys on the team there like took great care of me, like showed me around the team and everything like that. I had gone on other recruiting trips and stuff like that, but it wasn't the same. Like I went to Buffalo and I was like, this is dope. Like I can see myself being here for 4 years.
That's crazy.
Signed there.
So cool.
Went to Buffalo.
How many offers did you have? Do you recall?
I think 5 or 6.
That's sick.
Yeah.
5 or 6 total. Those are like official offers of what you had. But then like obviously there's like schools that are like interested in like emailing you and everything.
And at that time, because what year was that? Do you know? Like when you were getting offers?
2011.
Was that a thing happening in Edmonton? Like were there lots of athletes getting?
I don't think
for
so.
tennis.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm
because I feel like in America, like in the States, it's like people leaving home to go to college is like a normal thing.
Yeah,
like everyone does it. But I feel like here, like it's like 90% of people like stay home or like they'll go to Calgary or Edmonton or stuff like that. 100%. So I think at Ainley, like I think I was getting like NCAA offers and like one other girl was getting like soccer offers or something. Yeah. And I think she ended up going to Memphis, and like we were the only 2 who were like.
But even like from our tennis community, there was just like a small handful, like just one handful. Yeah. I can only think of like a couple of names off the top of my head, where guys and girls, one girl, who even just went to the States, did D1, 2, or 3, but like made that jump to leave Edmonton and go to the States for school.
A lot of people, I think, they just like wanted to stay here, which is totally fine.
Yeah,
like,
of course,
that's like perfect, but. I don't know. I wanted to. That's
always interesting to me because I feel like going D1 is like such an like honor. I don't know. Maybe that's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I feel so over it. He's like, yeah, whatever.
yeah. Obviously, like every sport's different too, right? Like,
yeah.
He went for tennis, like basketball. All these different things. All the other sports would have been different, but like growing up as an athlete, you want to get a scholarship first of all in Canada because that's like the base. Like, if you don't make that, it's like okay, you're a bum, right? No, seriously. Like, but then higher than that, it's like D1.
Yeah.
So I feel like to get recognized, to get offers, and to actually like sign and go commit, that's like a huge deal.
Yeah.
That's like actually like really sick.
I was like, yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, like, there's not a lot of people who do it, especially from like Alberta or Edmonton or
that's the thing.
You put in a lot of work. It was on and off the court though.
Yeah.
Like on the court, you had to keep like, I think like your ranking at a certain, you had to like keep showing that you had good results at tournaments. Yeah. And then I just remember your whole recruiting thing when like you had to like show you hitting with different people, and we had to like video you from the top, like at different views and like showing like your gameplay. They wanted to see how he would play in a match. So he would have to like set up these like different kind of like matches with different guys over here, and that's what they wanted to see. And then like I think it was a couple like your forehand strokes.
Yeah, there was like
it was
there's like a stroke play video, which is just like strokes, like forehand, backhand, serve, volleys, and then a few coaches wanted like match play, like show me that you're playing match play. Yeah, like so. I think Ambika went and like recorded me playing a few matches and stuff like that.
What a good sister.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the whole tennis stuff, like who is, because we know who her freaking idol is. Was there someone you idolized or was there not?
Oh yeah, Federer.
Okay, Federer. Oh.
Way better than Nadal, by the way.
No, he's not. They're both goats. See, I told you in the last episode we talked about how there was so much trash talk going on. So here we go.
Federer's way better.
Okay, let's just hear his point though. Like, why is Federer better to you? Like, what?
Well, first of all, he doesn't pick his butt before he serves.
Oh my
exactly.
God.
That's like point number one. Secondly, like you watch Federer play, he's like almost like the perfect like poster or like face of a sport that you want for tennis. Like the guy like on the court and off the court is literally perfect. Like you'll never see him smashing a racket.
He used to.
Okay, when he was like 16,
he
everybody
used to have a big
rackets.
temper.
And then he fixed it. Yeah. And then he was the goal.
Yeah. But I'm saying that he started off in the very beginning.
Yeah, so
Rafa
it's a feel-good.
It's
a feel-good story too. But that Rafa like back in the day he like figured it out. Rafa still is like, like
no,
I hate. Never see Federer doing that.
Oh my God!
And it's like he makes it look easy when he's playing.
Yeah,
and stuff like that, and like elegance and grace instead of like.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
The like
he's definitely good.
Yeah,
brute force.
Yeah.
So
okay,
that's why Federer.
Yeah, we had big rivalries going on in the house.
Every Wimbledon, every French Open, it was like, oof.
Yeah, it was.
Do not come into our house.
Yep, literally.
Who won the most, like between those two, like during your guys' rivalry?
Rafa always won clay.
Okay, yeah, but that's just one thing, bro.
Yeah, but that's French Open. So every year French Open, I'd be the happiest person.
Yeah,
ever.
that's just one thing. I'm saying in general.
Wimbledon, there was a good back and forth for a while.
Yeah.
Wimbledon was a good back and
forth. 08
Rafa.
or 09,
08 was the best.
The one where Rafa won, that's like
that was
the best tennis match of all time.
Yeah.
But do you know who won the most in
Rafa
that time?
Always beats Federer. I always say too because like if you look at Federer's game, like if you had to like build someone to beat Federer, like Rafa is like literally like built in a lab to beat Federer's game. Like his high forehands to Federer's like one-handed backhands, like him being a lefty just like helps him so much against Federer too. Like his game is perfect to beat Federer.
This is music to my ears. This is so nice.
You're so annoying. Like, you're so dumb.
No, we would get it like it would get heated, and also the matches would be like they wouldn't be an hour or 2 hours long. Whenever it was the two of them, it would be like 5. It would be a whole like a weekend affair, like or like the Sunday morning. We'd like stay up.
That's
at
cool.
Saturday midnight, 2 a.m. We'd wake up or just go through the whole day and just watch every single point. We'd always have to watch it live. We never watched it recorded.
No, we could never watch it.
You can never watch it. I don't think we've ever watched a tennis match recorded.
No, we tried once on Agassi's final match. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
We had to go to the Monday or something. Oh my God.
Throwback.
Agassi's final match.
Yeah.
We had to go to the Monday, and Mom was like, "You're going," and we were like, "Oh my God!" So we tried recording it.
It didn't work.
And like halfway through, like something went wrong with the recording. We're like, "All right, fine. We're just not gonna watch Agassi's final match."
We came home, and I think it was like he was literally like the match was just it was just over, and he like gave his speech. So we watched that part, but we didn't watch the match. But yeah, we always have to watch it live.
Have you guys ever all been to a tournament or an open? Like you two plus your dad. I'm saying
we all went to the Rogers Cup.
Yeah, the Rogers Cup in Toronto, not a Grand Slam.
Not a Grand Slam. Yeah.
So no, all three of you haven't been because you've been individually. You've been individually.
You've been to what? U.S. Open and French Open. Yeah. I've been to Wimbledon and the U.S. Open.
Dad's been to Wimbledon, but like not really. He's kind of snuck in there.
Yeah, he snuck into.
Got kicked out.
Really
no, so he's the one who like introduced us to the sport. And
that's bucket list then. Yeah, you guys have both talked about that.
He's never been to a Grand Slam. So
yeah, our goal. It was supposed to be this year was to take him to the U.S. Open, but let's.
Now I'm there for 4 more years, so whenever
we're definitely going to be.
Yeah, no, we'll for sure be there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so going back to the whole D1 thing. And just, I guess, just being an athlete in general, like what are the things that you learned? Like, what are the things you experienced that were like helped you become the person you are now?
I think I'd say 2 things. But one is like time management in D1 because it's like wake up at 5 a.m., stairs at 6 a.m., go to class, then like practice, then workout, then you get home at 7:30 dead tired. You have like study hall for 2 hours, and then you gotta like try to have a social life, try to do something. So time management, number one, and then number two, it's also like pushing yourself in ways that like you don't think you'll ever be pushed.
Yeah.
Like so many times, like if I think of the workouts that like we did and stuff like that, I'm like, how the heck did we do this?
Yeah,
like,
they're probably wild.
This is impossible. But like when you're there and like in that team environment, like so many times we'll be running sprints, and like the way that our coach would make us like run sprints or do anything, it was like, say we're doing like 10 reps of sprints or something. It's like the whole team has to be under 22 seconds. And if one person isn't under 22 seconds, the rep doesn't count. So it's like, even when you think that you're like, there's no way you can make it, when you know that if you don't make it, you're going to have 9 other guys who literally hate you because they have to run another, like you find ways to do it. So I think just like finding that like you can push yourself so much more than like what is capable. I think that helped me with med school too, because like when you study for like 18 hours a day,
which is wild.
It's like, oh, you can't do that. Like, how are you gonna do that? But it's like, no, like I had been through that before, where it's like it's possible. Like it's gonna suck, but it's okay if it sucks.
Yeah, you're basically able to find like another gear.
Yeah,
like just kind of dig deep, which a lot of people don't have.
Did you ever get? Because I know your first year was a struggle there. Like I think to get used to everything, and then like they changed one of your shots too. What was your forehand?
My forehand.
Yeah,
my forehand sucked.
Yeah, they changed your entire forehand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he was like struggling there the first year. But like, at what point did you get like used to like the lifestyle? Like pretty quick, like after a month.
Yeah, I think my sophomore year and junior year, I think I was in like some of the best shape.
Oh, you were 100%.
I had like ever been.
Yeah,
and, like,
you were fit.
Well, my sophomore year, I was playing really good.
Yeah,
our team was really good sophomore year. I think we were like ranked like top 50 or top 40.
Oh, that's the year you won the MAC.
That's the year we lost in the final.
Oh, then third year
we won.
You won the MAC, okay.
And then my senior year, I was just like, all right, well, I was like kind of over it by senior year, but I'm like, I have 1 year left to play tennis for the rest of my life. So I'm like, okay, we'll do it.
So for those who don't know, explain the MAC and like what that is, and then what year you guys won it.
Yeah, it's basically a conference. So like in college sports, like you have like your SEC, like Pac-12, like Big Ten.
What is MAC stand for?
Mid-American Conference.
Oh, Mid-American.
So we're in the Mid-American Conference. So that was kind of like,
that was a huge deal.
Or like Super Bowl, like like you win the MAC, like you go to the NCAA tournament. So basically like March Madness for tennis.
Oh, there is a March Madness for tennis.
Yeah. So like if we win our conference, like that's what we do. We go to like March Madness for tennis. So we won it, and the year we won it, like we went and played Ohio State in the first round. So we went to Columbus, Ohio, played Ohio State in the first round. So like stuff like that. That's so it was like a big deal. It's like win conference. Like that's what you want to do every year. So that's like,
and they got like these fancy rings,
yeah,
like
we got
a big jacket, like
big ring with like giant bull on it and like our name.
It was like literally like those like big.
Yeah,
that's sick. Yeah, were you guys there for that?
No, we could see it. Could we see it live?
Yeah, there was a live stream.
There was a live stream. Yeah. I think we were watching it. I remember like that moment when you guys like won. You guys like all jumped on each other and like.
Really?
Yeah, it was like it was really exciting for you guys. Yeah. I just remember like going around here. I was like, my brother won the MAC.
But the thing is, no one here knows what that is, and no one cares.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no one knows. Yeah.
And I realized around the Savile, just like, oh, dude, I won the MAC.
I realize that now too. Like when I'm like done it too, I'm like, why did I care so much about like in the time like when you're in it, it's like it means so much. But now like after doing med school and everything, it's like well,
because you realize there's more to life than just tennis. But
if you're not going to play pro, then it's like.
But for so long, our lives, especially was just tennis. Mm-hmm. So you don't know that until you put the racket down and pick something else up.
It's crazy that you guys both played tennis for so long. Obviously, you played like technically longer than you, or no? Or like around the same.
Yeah, I think we played the same amount, but like because you're 2 years younger, so we finished you finished by the time you graduated your first degree, and so did I. So we stopped at the same time. So I think we played for the same amount.
And he was better.
Oh, like way better, way better. There's no comparison. I could beat him when he was in his short fat phase.
Okay.
Then as soon as he shot up, I like to this day, even if you were
with me, she'll be scared.
Yeah, your serve is too.
She always
scary.
talks about your serve, like Akhil's serve.
Yeah, my serve was good.
Yeah, I would love playing.
I would serve in volley, so it would be like big serve.
So sometimes we would play like mixed doubles tournaments together. Oh, yeah. I would love it because all I had to do was serve, and then I just got out of the way. I was like, "You can take over." Yeah.
I think we played one tournament. We
Did you
did
guys
pretty
win?
good. Did
We
we
did pretty
lose in
good.
the final or something?
I think so.
Was it Carson and someone?
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot who he was partnered.
I forget who it was. We did pretty good, but I was like,
I just made him do it.
yeah. If the ball comes to you, just hit it. I'm like,
yeah, I'm like,
move out of the way.
He's like at the net. He's like running all over. I'm just like, good job, keep going. He's at the back. I'm like, I'm at the net. I'm like, I'm like, go get it.
I was so tired after that tournament. I'm like, I'm dead. Then I remember Dad was like, you just played doubles. I'm like, yeah, but it was like singles.
Didn't bother me.
So if you could go back and do it all over again, would you go play D1?
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
no regrets.
Yeah, I would for sure.
Would you like push other people to play D1?
I tell everyone to go do it.
Yeah.
Anyone who asks.
Yeah.
Because I think just like being able to leave home, like living by yourself, and like it's gonna suck. Like there's gonna be times when you're like, holy, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Like why are we doing all this stuff? Like when you're doing 5 a.m. stadium
yeah,
stairs
then you're
up
like
and
thinking,
down.
Yeah.
Like it was literally called morning madness. Like okay, and like there's times when you're running the stairs and like you'd be like, coach, we gotta puke. They're just like pull a garbage can out
go ahead
and be like, you gotta puke here. Like
yeah,
keep going.
They were pretty strict. Even at, like I think if you missed one 6 a.m. practice, weren't you kicked off the team?
Yeah, there was one
Right?
school.
Oh wow.
There was one school that I was recruiting me, and they had a policy in it. They practiced at 6 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
And they had a policy that if you were late 3 times over the course of your 4 years, for whatever reason, you're kicked off the team scholarship.
Yeah, it's like
so when I went on my recruiting trip there, they were actually kicking off like their number 2 senior because he like slept in once his freshman year, missed the bus by like 2 minutes his sophomore year, and he slept in once during his senior year.
Yep.
And I'm not a morning person, so I'm like, this school ain't for me. Like, oh,
that's savage. That's actually crazy.
It's next level. It's a full-time job. That's
it
how,
is a full-time job.
Because whenever like we'd go, like the couple times I used to come visit you, like it was a full-time job for you.
Yeah.
Literally wake up.
I think people underestimate that, like how much time and effort it takes to like do that stuff.
Yeah.
Even here or D1, like it's
not easy.
And then people are like, oh, they're getting like scholarship, they're getting paid for it, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, well, you're also putting in like they say. I think NCAA has a rule like it can't be more than like 25 or 30 hours a week of practice. But like
you for sure
did more.
You're for sure.
Everyone
like your road trips itself was like a 30-hour weekend or something like.
8-hour drive of like actual practice time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely like a lot more. You have to push if you want to like win and like we said, win the MAC and stuff. Okay, this is the last thing I want to transition to because I want to make burgers and I know we're all hungry. But he said it just now was like, what was the transition he just said?
About moving away from home.
Yeah, moving away from home. So we talked about this before. Like, so we're very pro.
Yeah.
Moving away from home, like travel abroad, experience life. Go ahead.
But also, like I think leaving Edmonton, like you have to leave home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to be able to leave your comfort zone.
You have to leave home.
Yeah.
But I think it's one thing in America, like almost everyone in America, when they go to college, they're leaving home.
Yeah.
Like that's almost normal there.
Yeah.
Literally, because like Anya, like they leave home. Everyone leaves home, even if like you're going to school like 2 hours away, like you're leaving.
Still,
it's really
I feel
rare
like
there.
Here in Canada, it's very different. Everyone's like, I'll stay home and go to U of A, or like most still leave is like to Calgary or something like that. I think everybody should leave home. Whatever. Like I left when I was 17.
Do you think you left too young?
Oh, good question.
Oh, no, I don't think
you left 17.
I left 17 because I was. I mean, we were both like January of our birth year.
Yeah.
And I think here it's like if you're born before March 1st, you could like your parents can decide if you're born between January and March if you want to go in early. So we were always the youngest in our class.
But we were like technically like a grade ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Like
so people always ask like, did you skip a grade? Like, you're 17. How are you in college? Like, but we didn't skip a grade. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you learn like you grow up fast.
You mature fast.
Yeah.
Because you have to. I feel like.
You have to.
There's no parents around. You gotta like get your own food. You're like doing laundry. Like you know what I mean. All those like small things add up over 4 years. So living alone.
Like if I didn't leave, I don't think I would have been able to finish med school. Because like the 4 years of med school are like crazy tough. Yeah. And like if I was at home, like babied by mom, babied by dad,
it would have been different.
There would have been no like adversity. And med school is just like all like those first 2 years on the island. It's like all adversity.
That's a really good
I think that's why like at SGU at med school, like we start out with a class of like 900, and it's like 350 to 400 who actually end up like making it.
That's
Oh
crazy.
wow! So
Yeah.
they
So
weed,
it's like over
you
50.
weed out the
They
weak
weed
ones.
you out and everything like that. So
That's a good
That's
way
a
to.
really
I
good
didn't
point.
think
Like
of it that way.
battling adversity, like having like building that up over time. Because I do
Yeah.
think that's true. I
Yeah.
mean, like staying home was like so different because like your friends are here. You're like you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Family
and
is
like
obviously a huge
just
thing.
like coming home to like a home cooked meal or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's different than like
Yeah.
oh like going home, like gotta stop at the grocery store and like make something.
Especially like during exam time, it's like
yeah,
you don't have mom there to like
yeah,
make your daily lunch and dinner for you. It's like you either have to figure out that you're gonna meal prep, or it's like
Yeah.
you gotta eat out, or you figure it out. It's not easy.
yeah.
Well, what's like your? I don't know if you can say this on camera. Maybe it's something else, but like, what's like if you can pick like one memory from your let's just say just for Buffalo for now.
Uh-huh.
What would be like your favorite memory or like something that you would like love to go right now and like redo? Maybe so with the boys.
I think like with the boys, like the amount of fun we had, like it was crazy. Like those are literally like friendships, like for life.
For lifetime, yeah.
And like our team was so international. Like our boys, like one guy was from Sweden. He's living in Switzerland right now after living in London.
Sick.
Guys are from Spain. One guy was from Norway. We had a guy from Quebec, and like
Yeah.
everybody comes
so
together.
cool.
And like she came and she saw it when she
It's
stayed
like-
with us.
It's
like
a full family.
yeah,
Like,
it's
Yeah.
literally an
a
international family, and just like
Yeah.
being able to like yeah, you're on a team and you're spending like so many hours a day, but being able to spend all those hours a day with like basically your brothers and like going
Yeah.
on like people are like, oh,
Yeah.
let's go on a road trip. Like we went on road trips every single weekend, like 8-hour, 10-hour road trips, traveling everywhere, playing the
Right.
schools, playing the teams, like in the van together, in the
sick.
bus
Yeah.
together, like you just become so close with them. So I think
Yeah.
that's like the biggest thing.
I feel like it's rare to have it as genuine as you guys did, though. Like,
Oh yeah.
because like usually
For
like people, I
sure.
feel like on a team, like you get along with like one or two of the guys.
Yeah.
But like your whole team for I think majority of your time there,
Yeah.
for sure from like second, third, fourth
Yeah.
year, you guys were all
That's
like you
huge.
were
That's so
very
important.
they were very very close. And you still
Yeah.
are very close to a lot of
Yeah.
them. Like
I mean, I went to London and
Yeah.
stayed with the other, like one of my buddies, like from the team, like 2 years ago, and like
That's sick.
even like yesterday, like our group chat's still going. They're like, come through, like come to Switzerland, let's go to Croatia or something like that. I'm like, oh.
yeah,
That's actually that like makes
Yeah,
there's so many things that were like obviously worth it for you,
Yeah.
like winning the championship and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like those friendships,
Yeah.
like that is like
just
you
like
can't go back.
The
you know what I mean? That's
first
it.
time I went to
Yeah.
New York City 2 years ago, when I was looking at a place when I was starting my rotations, like I didn't have a hotel to stay at. I didn't know where to stay. I just called up one of my buddies. I'm like, yo, Pablo, let me crash on your couch for a few days. Like, yeah, like come. And he's like friendships like for life. And like if I need anything, I know that like, oh,
That's
I can
sick.
call these guys up.
yeah.
That's like so
They're
hard
good
to find.
guys.
That's so hard
Yeah.
to find.
They're all good guys too. Like they're genuinely good guys.
Dang.
Yeah.
That was a kind of deep answer if you think about it. Because you could have said so many things like, oh, this party or this or whatever. But he's like, no, my boys.
My boys.
That's sick, bro. That's sick. 'Cause, like-
Shout out to the boys.
No, because for real, like even playing the, like even our sports, like let's say here we play, like you don't
Yeah.
get along with everyone.
Yeah.
It's just not how it doesn't work
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
So the fact that you had that for a few years with
Yeah.
that many people and all guys,
Yeah.
that's dope. Okay, say all their names.
We got Pablo, Amar, Sergio, Noah, Damien,
Jono.
Jono doing big things right now. Goddamn. We had Vanya, we had Nick Sarles for a little bit. We had Vusa out there,
Oh,
Jason
yeah.
Simon in the house,
Jason
Wow.
Simon. Oh, was it
Ethan.
Ethan?
Oh, you remember Ethan more than I do.
Yeah. Who else
But
is
yeah,
there?
and then even our coach, like Yev,
Yeah.
even to this day, like I think you just got in touch with Yev for a
Yeah,
little
they
bit
got
too
the
for
Instagram
in the
one,
lab
right?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Yev, Nails, George, like
Yeah.
everyone there was just it was literally like a giant family, like every day. Tony.
Yeah. Oh wow. All those people.
The list goes on.
Yeah.
Smash Can days or what?
Oh
Smash
my
Can.
gosh.
Love
That's
it.
not for
Smash
this
Can
video.
on a private video. Talk about it on a private episode. Not
Keystone
right
Light, official sponsor.
If you want to get into the stories of like your college day, that's a whole different
That's a
private
whole
video.
different-
Okay,
private
we're
video.
ending the video.
Yeah. No, but seriously, on that note, this is actually really dope. I think he's like a lot more comfortable now. So now we're gonna go make some burgers, have some drinks, and chill.
Yeah.
Until next time, you join us.
Nice, your first one done.
You can say whatever you want. You can end the episode.
Yeah, how do you want to end it?
You can do anything you want to end the episode.
No, that was lame as hell. Sorry. That was horrible. Why did I do that?
Try again.
Take two.
Take two.
All right, bye. Can you do it?